A lo largo de la Alta California y noroeste de Baja California, un ecosistema único y maravilloso que frecuentemente pasa desapercibido son las charcas vernales.
My name is Matt Williams. I'm the Ken and Shirley Tucker plant systematist at the Santa Barbara Botanic Garden. Vernal pools are important because they're a cradle of biodiversity in Western North America and in fact in all 5 of the Mediterranean climates in which they occur. Vernal pools have a suite of plants and animals that live in them that live in vernal pools and nowhere else on Earth.
Las charcas vernales son humedales temporales que ocurren en las zonas planas de los climas mediterráneos del mundo. Su capacidad para retener agua se debe a que a pocos centímetros de la superficie, una capa de suelo muy arcillosa o de duripán impide la infiltración del agua.
So if we were to lose these vernal pools, we would lose a part of our natural heritage, a part of our biodiversity that's irreplaceable.
Estos humedales están secos durante al menos 8 meses del año y en muchas ocasiones sin vegetación alguna. Sin embargo, con las primeras lluvias invernales, las pequeñas depresiones que conforman a estos humedales comienzan a inundarse, dando lugar a un cambio abrupto en la apariencia de la charca.
So the effect of grazing on vernal pools is a nuanced problem. Vernal pools are interesting because they would have evolved with grazers. And we no longer have pronghorn, antelope, and other large grazers here. And so cows in some ways act as provide the same services to vernal pools.
Donde antes aparentemente no había nada, plantas anfibias comienzan a crecer y si plantas terrestres habían colonizado el humedal, éstas ceden ante la inundación. Esta temporalidad de las charcas ha originado un alto grado de especialización de los organismos que en ellas viven, por lo que muchos de estos solo crecen en ellas. Tal es el caso de Orcutia californica, una planta única de charcas vernales.
Without grazing pressure, those non-native grasses tend to change the hydrology of vernal pools and alter them in ways that we're not sure if it's reversible or not. The effect of grazing there's both a positive effect, which I've just mentioned, and there's potentially a negative effect, and that negative effect is somewhat unstudied.
El nacimiento de las plantas de la charca no viene solo. De los huevecillos de crustáceos que habían esperado las condiciones necesarias para su eclosión, comienzan a salir pequeños camaroncitos que nadan a lo largo y ancho de este pequeño cuerpo de agua. Ranas y sapos no pierden la oportunidad de utilizar la charca para depositar sus huevos en ella. La charca también es aprovechada por mamíferos y aves que la utilizan como fuente de agua y alimento, por lo que no es raro encontrar aves migratorias y residentes en ellas.
If we were to introduce cows to this area, my feeling is that the cows would change the biodiversity, would lower the biodiversity of this area. Well, as humans, we know that we can have a large effect on the planet that we live on. We can see this effect when we look at a large, successful city like Tijuana. We can see that as people spread out, we lose our biodiversity. And our biodiversity, this is something that we should all feel as part of our natural heritage. You can also say that these plants and the animals that are in this environment, they also provide services to humans. They help to anchor the soil and reduce erosion. They help to clean the water through marshes and riverways. So these plants and animals do provide services to us.
Al entrar la primavera, y ya que las lluvias han cesado, el agua de la charca comienza a retroceder. Entonces, anillos de flores de colores comienzan a aparecer alrededor de la charca en un gradiente altitudinal conforme la charca se va secando. Este espectáculo de flores atrae a un sinfín de polinizadores, que le asegurará a las plantas su entrecruzamiento, y así una producción vasta de semillas que permanecerá latente hasta la siguiente temporada de lluvias. Al llegar el verano, la charca habrá perdido la humedad, y con ello, las plantas y otros organismos que en ella suben. Así las charcas pasarán de nuevo desapercibidas, hasta que las condiciones les permitan renacer de nuevo.
The climate models seem to be pretty clear that we're approaching a warmer time. However, our patterns of precipitation, I think the models haven't converged on what precipitation looks like and how those precipitation regimes are changing or will change in the future. In vernal pools, my feeling based on the research that I've done is that the plants and animals that occur in vernal pools, their distribution is driven much more by patterns of precipitation than it is by how warm it is during the day. So precipitation is driving the distribution of these animals, not so much temperature. And so this is a great system to study. Studying this system in particular will help us to detect changes as they're occurring. So if in fact there is some change in the distribution of these plants as a result of changing climates, either temperature or precipitation, we'll detect it here first. So it's very, very important to study it here.